I've got such a treat for y'all today. My brother-in-law, Nick Groover, has a farm in what is it? The little town that starts with the S. Anyway, he'll tell us because he's gonna come. He brought me like 15 quail yesterday or more because he hunts his farmland in what's that little town that starts with a S? Teresa.
There's a lot of.
I know.
Brevin?
No.
Stillmore.
No, it's not still. Soperton. Maybe it's in, but anyway, he'll tell you. So anyway, he brought me these birds dressed and he did such a good job. I don't know why they call it dressed because they should be undressed because, you know, you have to pluck the feathers and all. Well, even though he's cleaned them real good, I just found a buckshot. Let's see if you can hear it. And where these buckshots go, it can put a feather on the inside of them. So even though Nick has cleaned them very well, I still go through and hunt for little buckshots and see right there, there's a little feather that got turned inside out. It got turned inside out. So I like to get those out because I just don't like the idea of maybe eating a feather. Herbs, some dry herbs, thyme, paprika, garlic, and what is the other one? Cayenne, a little cayenne. So, you know, it depends on if you're feeding children or not. You might want to skip over the cayenne. But I'm just going to toss these in the seasoning. And I'm probably not going to use all that the recipe actually calls for. So, you know, it really depends on how many quail you have. All right, this is a paprika, and that'll help it brown as we're frying them. And, ooh, we do want the garlic powder. And I'll do maybe just a pinch of cayenne. Not enough to blow people off the table. All right. Now, dove, we almost always put it back in gravy because it's a tougher bird. And, but I'll tell you what, if you pop out just the dove breast and wrap it in bacon and cook it on the grill, those are wonderful. But ordinarily, I would make a nice brown gravy, put my dove back in there and let them cook until they're super tender. But these, we're going to treat them a little different. And I got them all real good and looked over. So now I am going to drop them in my bag and I'm going to pour buttermilk over them and I'm going to let them marinate for about an hour or heck, you could even let them go overnight if you wanted to. So here we go. Drink your milk, birdies. Drink your milk. I just set this in my bowl so it wouldn't collapse on me. Let me make sure I got that sealed because I'm going to be, uh-oh. Good thing I checked. Because I'd have had buttermilk everywhere. Okay. So I'm just going to sit this on the counter because when I'm frying chicken, I really like to have it at almost room temperature so it won't turn my oil down, get my oil down so low. So by the time these marinate, hopefully Nick will be here in the kitchen with me. And I think y'all might get to meet him for the first time. I don't think he's ever been on one of my shows. So we'll see how he does. Hey, y'all. I'm in the kitchen today with my favorite brother-in-law. But after thinking about it, I think you're my only brother-in-law, aren't you?
Yeah. I moved right up.
Oh, you moved right on up. This is Nick, y'all. Nick Gruber, Michael's brother. And they live next door on the property that they were all raised on. And I jokingly tell people I live in Grooverville.
That's right. That's right.
Because you have bought up like all the property around us, hadn't you?
Well,
So you get to pick your neighbors.
that's right.
You didn't get to pick us, though.
That's right. That's right. Well, I did kind of.
Came with the package. In fact, Nick built this house for us.
That's right. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, 22 or 23 years ago. Well, Nick was and is a river pilot. And he retired. How long have you been retired now? 2 years?
2.5 years.
Wow, time flies. So he and Michael, Anthony, and Daniel all work together down on the river.
Yeah.
Do you miss
great.
it, Nick?
I do miss it. Yeah.
I bet you do, because Michael Gruber is miserable
Yeah.
on the week he's working if there's no work.
When you've
could
done
tell
it for
you
so
something.
long, something for so long, that's kind of what,
Well, can you
your
go
identity.
down there and ride? Yes, it is.
I
Can
could
you go
probably.
down there and ride with them?
I could probably go.
And it wouldn't take but a day or two and you'd be sick of them.
That's
You'd be
right.
ready to retire again.
Once a year, maybe.
So their parents were already gone when I joined the Groover family. But you know what? It's his watch I'm wearing.
Is that Mama's?
Big
That's
Henry.
Daddy's.
Big Henry's
That's
watch.
a railroad watch.
Is
Yep.
it?
Yeah. They had to have this special watch for the railroad.
Well, I can read it.
Yeah, there you go.
So I
I had to put my glasses on.
You ought to be able to see that. Even I can see that.
That's right.
And I ain't got one eye. So Nick has a farm in, I was trying to remember the little town.
Sylvania.
Sylvania, Teresa. Sylvania.
We were wrong. We went around every
Yeah.
but
I said it starts with an S.
There you go.
And so he goes up there to his farm quite often and he hunts. And we got to talking about quail a day or two ago. And he asked if I'd like some. I said, oh my goodness, I'd love some. Because Michael Gruver, he doesn't enjoy hunting unless it's for like big game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he ain't throwing no little squirrel or
That's
something
right,
like
yeah.
that.
He
So,
wants something big he can eat.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I'll tell you what I marinated these in. Buttermilk,
Mm-hmm.
Italian seasoning. And I told y'all it was thyme. It was not. It was Italian seasoning and salt. Did I put a little cayenne in here? Yeah. Can't remember.
you did.
Okay, good. I'm glad somebody remembers. All right, so we're going to put this flour in here. Now, I did
Want
not
some more?
salt this.
Right.
I think we got some like that. But if you would salt and pepper that flour,
Okay.
and you don't want to shake this milk off. You want it to stick on because we're actually probably going to flour it twice.
Okay.
And I've got our grease going and we want to drop our birds in at like 325.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's great. So there you go. I'm not going to be the only one to get my hands dirty, am I?
Mm-mm.
Come on, don't be no sissy. You man enough to shoot them, you ought to be man enough to cook them,
There
right?
you go. That's right.
And you did do a great job of cleaning. Or did you clean them?
I didn't clean these. Down where we shoot
Uh-huh.
in Dorchester, they take care of every,
Uh-huh.
That's what
it's a great place.
That's what I figured. All right, you want to just put those right here?
Yeah.
And
Are you gonna you say you're gonna do it twice?
I might.
Okay.
I might.
You haven't decided yet.
Think decided yet.
I didn't get Mike's did it.
You have to just make sure you,
Get them all over.
yeah. But if you want a lot of crust, then we'll do it again.
Twice.
Yeah, so you can talk to me and tell me what you think you would like it which way. Don't worry about it. We'll get all that cleaned up. As my team knows, I can kind of make a mess.
Oh yeah, that's part of cooking it.
It sure is.
Do them again.
Yeah, some of these could stand, just a quick run through. The thing about quail is you don't want to put them in too hot a grease, but you don't want them sitting in a bunch of oil either. It's ready. So it actually says like 3/4. Where did I put our tongs?
I give up.
I give up too. Ooh, look at here. And we're cooking these in a cast iron. And you want the grease to almost cover your quail. And this is considered white meat. It looks dark, but a quail is white meat.
Right.
And I don't want to stuff our pan with them. But I can drop a couple of thighs in there. It kind of can blue. Well, I can't go any further till I find my cone. It is like the white meat. Like when you find chicken breast and wings.
Right.
They get done real quick.
And white meat seems to dry out a little more.
It sure does. Because it's not appetizing things to talk about dark meat white. So gooey.
Yeah. I like the dark meat.
I do too. And your brother will stab your fingers for a thigh.
Yeah, that's the best.
So how many birds do you get when you...
The other day, Mike Ringer and I shot, I go with Mike, and he shot, I think, 80.
Not our Michael, but...
Yeah, Mike Ringer. 83 birds.
No.
Yeah, it was a good day, good hunt.
No.
Yeah.
83 birds, y'all.
Yeah.
We need to have a quail dinner one night. After the weather warms up. We can fry them outside, and I can make a pot of grits.
Do a wild Deen dinner.
All right, let's do like these. Listen, like they're not round.
Yeah, those would be good over grits with them, like brown gravy and grits.
Yeah, I could make some gravy.
Gravy
here in the house.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And had grits and coleslaw and maybe Uncle Bubba's corn muffin.
There you go. Yeah, that would be good.
And what do we want for desserts?
No.
About lemon squares. Something light after up.
Yeah, that sounds good. Go fried noodle.
Yeah. Yes. These are really looking good, Nick.
They are.
I just don't want to overcook them, which is what I have a tendency to do, not having a fire. But I ain't liking no medium rare chicken.
No, they gotta be cooked.
Yeah. And I don't like no medium rare burger.
I'd rather have that overcooked than undercooked.
Me too. When I was a young bride, my grandmama and my mama warned me about trichinosis from eating undercooked pork. I was so frightened of trichinosis. Wasn't sure what it was, but I didn't want it. It just didn't sound good.
That's right.
And my pork chops would be the color of that hand when I got through cooking.
Yeah.
I said, we ain't getting no trichinosis. But now when you go in and order a pork dish, they ask you what temperature you want it.
Yeah. They still talk about that in wild pork.
Oh, they do? Yeah.
But they say it's not that common.
Yeah.
That item.
Well, it's because of the way they process them now.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
For back then, processing wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much.
They know what they're doing now.
I think these are done. What do you think?
You want me to pull that over there?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, don't you think?
They look good.
Yeah. No, oh, look at that whole bird. It's not often when you find a whole bird with both legs
That's right.
and thighs,
Mm-hmm.
Look at that little bitty leg inside.
Well, you did that to Mike.
Yeah? Yeah. He can figure it out now. Okay, we got to get ready for them other ones.
All right. Oh, that's this.
Uh-huh. And I think I'll have just about, this pan's going to be a little bit more crowded. I should have put one more in that. I didn't know that was still attached. Okay, so we got our green beans, we got our corn muffins, and we got our quail.
That's a pretty good meal.
I'm telling you. Paper salt done. Absorb that grease, all that great does it, but that'll be so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna absorb.
What you think
Just that
this taste them?
Do you want to? Yeah. Try it, boo.
Yeah.
There we
Get
go.
that little leg.
Try it.
You know, I didn't find but one buckshot
Oh, really?
in all those quail.
They do a great job cleaning. I thought you were gonna have to flop and bit.
Yeah, I sure did. Nick walked in here with a bag of birds still feathered. I'll put that enough sauce on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they need some.
Yep, we didn't have salt in there. And
That's hot, aren't they?
he said, well, I got your quail. And I looked at him and I said, do I have to pluck these? He said, yeah. I was going to try.
Yeah, I give you credit. You didn't back down. I was proud of you. I thought I would go get a fussing at. They are good.
I don't mind working for my supper.
That's right.
No, listen.
Mm-hmm. Them crust is good.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but if y'all have an opportunity, you can order these. You know it?
Quail? Yeah, I think you can buy them in the store.
Really?
Some stores, I guess.
So y'all, those of y'all that don't have a hunter husband or any means to get quail, you can order them from Amazon, or where would you go?
I don't know. They don't let me get on Amazon.
Me neither.
I could be dangerous.
Me too. All right, did you know that good?
I did. I got down to the
I
bone.
thought I saw another bite in it. So listen, well, Nick, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
I was
Those are
feeling
good.
bad about taking your quail, but
Oh, no.
if you shot 83, or how many was it?
83.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah. Thank goodness Mike was with us. He's a better shot than I am.
I was going to say, how many did you shoot?
Probably not half of those, but well, Charlie and Mike shot, so they're both great shots.
Very delicious. So please come again.
Okay, I will. I enjoyed it.
Don't come without quail.
That's right.
Or dove.
Something.
Or
Yeah.
dove.
There you go.
Love and best dishes, y'all.
Thank y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.